I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look, it's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that?
We got Hybrid, we got Itzy, we got Parasolo, Jade is here, Sidious is here. Of course, Danzak is here, King Michael is here. What's going on? Over on the kick side, we got Lave 420, Steak Toast, Jelly Base, Mini Wage. We get the weirdest names on Kick because they're always sock accounts. These people have been banned 17, 18 times and they come back with new accounts and the weirdest names. Pot of Riches, Wacky Slush. See what I mean? What the fuck is a Wacky Slush? How's everyone doing? Dr. Thundercock. All right. I regret reading the names on Twitch, or excuse me, the names on Kick. I never should have read those names. Okay. All right, hold on. We got our first tip of the day. $2, $2. So, do you have any advice on overcoming a bad internet situation? Looking at Pirate Software and how he's crashing out, what advice would you give him to be a survivor of the incident? Well, here's the thing. I don't know the situation with Pirate Software. You guys got me all confused because you were talking about stop killing games, but then I was seeing this picture of this guy, and I thought he was the guy who was running Stop Killing Games, and everyone was saying, this guy is an asshole, no one likes him. This is like the new guy who the entire internet hates. And I was like, oh, so he's just the next DSP poser, I see. Right? You know, everyone makes that association. Well, everyone hates him, so he's like DSP, right? But I don't know the story. Like, I actually don't understand. I guess people are saying he's a former dev at Blizzard, but he's a Nepo baby, and he's an asshole, and everyone doesn't like him. I have not seen anything about this guy. I have not heard him in a video say a word, so I can't really speak to it. People keep trying to get me wrapped up in it, but I don't really understand the situation. If anyone ever wants to try to explain it to me here, I'd be open to try to figuring out what on earth is going on with this situation that everyone's discussing. I know what Stop Killing Games is. Stop Killing Games is a movement where people are trying to do is make sure that games don't get retired permanently and are unplayable, that they have some posterity, right? That you can preserve them for future generations to understand. For example, one of the major problems right now with gaming is that you have these only online games, but then once the servers are retired years after the games are old and no one's really playing them anymore, now they're unplayable. So all you have is a memory or gameplay footage, but no one can actually play it. Also, I think there was a problem back in the day, like in the 2000s with PC games, where they were putting DRM and shit on the game so that you needed to like go online and log into an account to play the game. But now those online services don't exist anymore, so the games are completely unplayable. So I guess what they're trying to do is find ways to get around that to preserve games. Sounds like a great movement to me. I don't see a single problem with that. That all makes sense to me completely. I don't know why anyone would not even be supporting that movement. I'm actually genuinely confused why someone would be against the preservation and posterity of games. Like, what's wrong with that? I don't get it. That would be like right now, here's why something like that makes sense to me and is actually near and dear to my heart, okay? Literally right now, there's no way that I could play Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo as the accurate arcade version that I played back in the day in tournaments. It doesn't exist. The only versions that exist right now are shitty ports where the game runs the wrong speed or the netcode is ass. Like, there's no actual way for me to play Super Turbo because no one actually bothered making a good version of it. So now you can't do it. Now, from what I'm to understand, there are ways you can emulate it so that you can play the real version. I don't have that access. You know, I can't play things like GGPO and stuff because idiots will get my IP address. So I kind of understand, geez, man, a game from back in the day that I think is amazing and I would love to play it, and I just don't have any way to do that. Well, if Stop Killing Games is working on ways to do that, then I'm 100% for it. 100%, I don't see a problem with it. So if that's the case, right, I don't know who the hell this Pirate Games guy is or what, anything about him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand. But then again, like I said, I've never heard him. I've never read any of his methodology. I don't know why everyone hates him. Besides, everyone says he's a Nepo baby and he pitch changes his voice to sound like he's a deep voice dude because actually he has a high-pitched squeaky mouse voice and he changed it so that people wouldn't make fun of him on the internet. That's all I know about him. Okay. All right. So let's keep doing shout outs and let's see where that takes us here. So Sarah has done our first sub of the day. Thank you to Sarah over on Kick. You know, say what you will about me. All right. Say what you will about me. But I don't hide anything when it comes to, you know, my physical appearance, my voice. Never. I've never been someone who hid and said, oh, I don't want to show you who I am. I know I'm getting older. I know I'm losing some of my hair. I know my hair's getting gray. I'm getting a wrinkly face. My voice has always been this high pitched, and I'm not trying to hide it. You know what I mean? Like right now, I could put a voice changer on my voice to make my voice sound deeper, but why would I care? I am who I am, and I represent myself as who I am, and I'm not ashamed of who I am. I'm trying to age gracefully. I'm not, you know, trying to pretend like I'm, you know, oh, I'm going to pitch change my voice. I'm going to change my appearance. I'm not doing that. So I don't even understand that, you know. You know, guys like LTG saying, work on your sexy. The fuck are you talking about? I'm an internet gamer and streamer who talks with people on a podcast every day. Why do I have to work on my sexy? I'm not a fucking supermodel who's going to be walking down the runway in Milan showing off fucking Gucci clothes. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a delusional idiot. Exactly. I don't hide the fact that some of my undershirts are longer than the sleeves of my overshirts. I don't give a shit. Why would I give a shit? I'm okay with myself. And it's sad that there's some people out there that just can't do that, that they have to constantly be working on how they look or how they sound or how, you know what I mean? Just fucking stop. Stop and face reality. It doesn't matter. None of it fucking matters. You're wasting your time and everyone laughs at you. Okay. All right, let's continue. Thank you, Sarah, for the gifted sub. Envy Elroy did a $2 super chat. Can you wear a tie when you play Donkey Kong? Joking. I'm ready for some bananas. I'm pretty sure they sell a Donkey Kong tie, don't they? They probably do. I'm sure I could get one, but no, I don't think I'm going to get a tie just for the playthrough. Let's see here. Dan Zach did a $5 super chat. And he says, what do you think about the fact that Destiny 2 had to use fan footage in a court case because they sunsetted their content and they can't restore it? Yeah, I'm aware of this. You want to know how I'm aware of this? Because my wife, last year, was it last year? I think it was last year, was trying to get into various different games, and Destiny 2 was one of them. And she actually bought, like, the base game and then got one or two of the expansions. And then when she went to play it in order, because she's like, I'm going to just play all the content in order so I understand the story. She couldn't. They actually removed the story. So there's no way for you to play it and understand what the fuck is going on. You either have to go watch someone else who played it, or you have to go watch like a summary video that someone created because they actually deleted their own content. How fucking stupid can you be as a game developer to delete the content in the timeline so no one can play through it and understand it? I mean, this is the makers of Halo. So imagine they just decided one day, we're just deleting Halo 2. No one can ever play Halo 2 ever again. You can play Halo 1 and 3. That's it. Jesus. How dumb are these fucking people? My God, these people are fucking atrociously stupid. I just can't understand how you could have that thought in your head and think it's full of logic. You're a dunce. Okay. Ridiculous. Anyway, buddy. That's something I haven't heard in a long time, thankfully. My headaches have subsided. I don't have to hear that and the fucking constant ringing of a fucking stupid dinner bell chime. So that it's like the Pied Piper of the mentally deficient. And oh my God, I'm so happy to be out of that vortex, let me tell you. 4 months. 4 months I've been out of that shit. I don't have to hear or see any of that shit. It's amazing. It's so refreshing to be back to the normal fucking world outside of the realm of complete morons. Anyway, thanks for a $2 super chat. All right. All righty. Oh, no. You're Not Funny says, imagine if LTG won the multiverse like in Loki, and his statue is everywhere, and it reads, work on yo sexy. Yeah, or what if LTG was like Kang the Conqueror, and there's like 70 billion multiverse versions of him, all slight variations, but they're all equally just as fucking obnoxious and delusional? Oh, man. Dude, someone has to make that movie. That would make bank. That's a 500 million to 1 billion view video on YouTube right there. All right. Very nice. What's up, Jade? You're welcome. Huh? I don't get it. NBA dude, thanks for another super chat. Just please keep sending them. Especially if you're gonna leave messages like that, please just keep sending them. You're really felting me. I'm being so felted when you send me money. So please keep felting me as much as you can. It's hilarious. People don't understand the concept of what felted even means. Are you aware of what the term even means? Okay. Felted means you're at a casino. You play your hand, you lose, you have no money. Hence, all you can see in front of you is the felt of the table because you're broke. Get it? So you're felted, you're cashed out, you're bankrupt. All right? So when you send me a contribution to felt me, you are literally doing the opposite. You are putting more money in front of me. Hence, you are doing the opposite of felting. Get it? Jasper boy, how you doing today? All righty, let's see here.